Hey there everybody, Dr. Slammer here. The video you're about to watch is mostly unedited. Other than cutting out breaks taken, some lengthy loading screens, and speeding up a few less than engaging sections where I or one of the primary technicians aren't speaking, it'll be just about the same as if you were watching it live. Thanks for checking it out, and I hope you have or had a great day. Be good to yourselves and stay hydrated. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Dr. Slammer back again. Tonight we're gonna go ahead and kind of keep along the theme we've been going between here and YouTube, because I did Front Mission first here. I have a playthrough stream of Front Mission 2 remake on YouTube. Tonight, like I said, we're gonna be doing Front Mission 3, the original, which I will say, yes, I am aware that they are making a remake of Front Mission 3. I have seen the demo, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I mean, the visuals look fine until everything starts moving. The animations are pretty stiff. The demo footage I saw didn't have any music, which still, I really hope they're going to leave it in the oven a bit longer before they, officially release it. Oh wow, that cutscene's a bit loud. Turn it down just a little bit. Before we get started, I did want to, for either anyone who's here already or, people who watch this after the fact, I just want everybody to just check this cutscene out. Now keep in mind, this is PlayStation 1 or PSX or whatever you want to call it. And, like, they really didn't need to go, like, this intense with it. But, I mean, for the time, like, time period of technology and everything, like, this was pretty impressive looking. I do want to address something I did mention on the previous stream. I kinda sorta lied, because the first Front Mission game that I believe was being sold in the West at all was Front Mission 3. Though I was I was young at the time and didn't really get to, go to game stores whenever I wanted to. So I didn't know this was being sold, at the time it was being sold. So, they kind of pulled a Final Fantasy VII, where they didn't release 1 and 2 over here, but then they just released 3, didn't bother changing the title or anything, kind of like the whole debacle with Final Fantasy 3 in the West being Final Fantasy 6, officially in Japan. Now, anyone who's already watched, the playthrough of, Front Mission first, you all, you know that pretty much every weapon except missiles has one range, which I always thought was kind of not necessarily disappointing, but it just kind of confused me, especially because it made, like, rifles and shotguns kind of not, kind of similar. Oh, hey, Heathen King, how's it going? Glad you can make it.
Положимся на них, на наших детей.
Anyways, in Front Mission 3, they've, I guess, finally decided to address some of the issues which were also present in Front Mission 2, the whole range issue. Granted, they did try to, at least in Front Mission 2, they did try to differentiate shotguns and rifles, like, gameplay-wise. But in Front Mission 3, they, oh, drop my words for a second. they introduced different weapon ranges. So not everything is just one square range anymore. Might turn this cutscene down volume just a little bit because it's a bit loud compared to what I was used to playing Front Mission First with the audio balance. Granted, I'm kind of eyeballing this right now because I don't really get a lot of feedback on, how my audio balancing is.
Stand by. All systems ready.
Hopefully, I should have room to just put my name in. I know it's kind of strange just put doctor as your first name. Looks like I will have room. All right, control kind of wildcarded a little bit there. Alright, so as you can see, this part here is just a little bit of a tutorial. That's right, Heathen King. The doctor is very important. Granted, my license isn't, valid in this timeline. That's why I don't do medicine in this timeline. Officially. Okay, cool. There's a full range of camera motion for the map. I still got to get used to how fast the cursor moves in this compared to the remakes. Because with with 1 and 2 remakes, the movement speed was kind of not necessarily sluggish, but it was a little weighty. This, I barely tapped the stick and I'm already going across the map. So yeah, like I mentioned before, they decided to give weapons different ranges in this game compared to 1 and 2, which, again, almost every weapon was one square except for missiles, bazookas, cannons in Front Mission 2, and I feel like there was another weapon type, rockets, which were just kind of the machine gun equivalent of missiles. And the closer you are, you get a little more accuracy with how close you are. So 2 squares away, it goes from 81 to 83. And if I get right up with him on the shotgun, it goes up to 85. So it's kind of negligible. So I can just I just shoot him from right here if I want to at 81%. But I'll step forward a little bit. What do you mean set it to combat mode? I just destroyed it. Unless you got another one laying around. Okay, they had another one then. Or at least I'm assuming that's the case. That is something they changed from. I'd have to go back and look at the Front Mission 2 footage, but I know in Front Mission 1, if your legs got destroyed, it cut your movement speed in half. Whereas here, it brings you down to 1, and I think that they did that in Front Mission 2 as well. Like I said, I'd have to go back and double check. So they really made losing your legs a lot more harsh than it was before. I think I'm out of range. Let's see. Yeah, I am out of range. And he has a machine gun, which, if I'm not mistaken, has a range of 4. So this has a slightly longer range than the shotgun. Yeah, it's a machine gun. They don't give you the option to guard here, so... I mean, not that it doesn't matter that much, seeing as right off the bat, we've got triple-digit hit point amounts. Alright, they still have the same rule where if you're attacking a ranged weapon with melee, the ranged weapon gets to go first. which I guess, makes sense. I guess I wasn't supposed to take that much damage. I forgot about... This is a game I did play like a long time ago. I forgot about this, I guess, ranking screen afterwards. Well, the best defense is a good offense, isn't it? Little fun fact, the Alordesh, that is where Front Mission 2 was taking place at, and if I'm not mistaken, it was only about, I want to say maybe about a decade before this, give or take. I'd have to go look at the timeline again, but I know that they're in the same. I know they're in the same century, which is, if I'm not mistaken, Front Mission 3 takes place in like 2115 or 2113, 2115. Front Mission 2 takes place in the early 2100s. Like early, like right at turn of the century 2100s. Yeah, this one in particular is a lot of people's favorite, and I do understand why because, like I said, from having played one and two, the fact that the fact they introduced weapon ranges, and not to mention the fact, not to mention it was 3D and the combat scenes, while being Front Mission 2, the original release, not the remake. Well, both of them were, but Front Mission 2 was in 3D as well. But again, weapons only had one range, whereas this, like I said, they had introduced new weapon ranges. They they made shotguns and rifles different, so they weren't just mechanically the same weapon. If you were to start playing Front Mission, I would still recommend playing Front Mission first, haha, to at least, get an idea of the universe and that the game takes place in. But after that, you can really play them in any order because they're not in chronological order. Like, for example, Front Mission First isn't even the first in the timeline. I think it's Front Mission Alternative is the earliest in the timeline, and it takes place like 2036. And then Front Mission First takes place 2090. Front Mission 5 also takes place in 2090. Front Mission 2 takes place, like I said, turn of the century, 2100s. Front Mission 3 is in 2113 to 15. And then Front Mission 4 is in 2094. So, like I said, there's no so they're not really chronologically connected. Again, though, I would play 1 first, at least to understand the references that they make in 5, since they take place, 1 and 5 take place in the same time, just in different areas of Huffman Island. I realize I probably shouldn't have paused the dialogue there while I was yapping, but oh well. Oh, we have another place to save? Yeah, sure, let's do it. You can never be too sure. Yeah, like a lot of the strategy in Front Mission, like Front Mission First and Front Mission 2, a lot of it was, you know, basically like surrounding enemy units one by one, and basically like risk assessment. If I attack this unit, can I survive the counterattack? Which after a while, yeah, it's kind of monotonous. So the fact that they added weapon ranges in 3 and up, like I said, it was really a breath of fresh air in the gameplay. And I think I can't remember if it was in Front Mission 3 or Front Mission 4 where they started introducing like terrain advantages and disadvantages. I feel like that was a 4 thing though. Which again added another, added another layer to the overall strategy of things. Yeah, what the heck? Let's go. Let's do it. Alright, well, it's not giving us the option to move, so I guess we gotta talk our way through to progress, keep progressing. Like, chill, Ryogo. Chill out there, okay? All right, now it's letting us move, but I guess we're gonna go back to the facility. See if this guy has anything new to say. He does not. I like how here he says, "Let's have some fun," and like the only option is to just go back to where we came from. Go back to work. I guess we need to punch out first, I guess. Oh, I didn't mean to click network. But since we're here, this is one part I do remember at least a bit. It's basically an in-universe, in-game internet. Like, see, you got forums, check your mail, desktop. I don't think we have any of this stuff available yet. Maybe we do. I don't think there's anything important to look at here, so like I said, I accidentally clicked on network. I meant to click on move, but I figured I did want to show this off a little bit. But I don't think there's anything of importance here. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's stop fooling around. We got places to be, like the JDF facility. I guess go to the heliport, but I don't I don't see why it would give us the option to go back to the testing site. I'm gonna see what happens when I go back to the testing site. Okay, this is okay. It's just it just basically kind of like the reminders of stuff you learned in the tutorial. Okay, that's pretty cool in case you forget. Now, AP isn't a front mission 3 thing because I actually started doing that in front mission 2 and then just kind of kept it through 3, 4 and 5. And it is what it is. It's action points. It's pretty self-explanatory. Good, we'll call it a day. We didn't do anything, but alright. Look, I know this stuff already. I don't need a refresher this soon. The song that's playing right now, it kind of reminds me of the like the far future area in Chrono Trigger. Good old PS1 graphics. Granted, now that I'm getting a better look at this as an adult, I can see some of the tricks that they did. Like the body of the helicopter is obviously a 3D object, but the wheels are sprites. The wheels are 2D, and I don't think the helicopter motor or the blade mounts. I don't think the blade mounts were 2D. I think they were, but well, they technically are, as in they were just flat planes in a 3D space with sprite, basically sprite work on them to, give that 3D illusion. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I finally decided to learn a little more about OBS and get the chat window up on the stream. I thought it was pretty cool. Especially since we actually have a little bit of activity going on in chat tonight. It's pretty exciting. Ryogo, do you want to live or not, dude? Yeah, rock and roll. Go for it. That was pretty good accuracy for only having 59%. Another cool thing about Front Mission 3 is that after every kill you get, everybody has a your own unique victory pose, which I thought was pretty cool, and I wish they would have kept that in 4 and 5. Okay, L2 and R2 cycle through your units. They didn't mention that in the tutorial, but then again, we were only by ourselves in the tutorial too. Okay, Ryogo, how did you have such bad accuracy against a stationary target? Oh, I don't have the AP for it. Alright. Hey, I recognize that bond, sir. I have that. I have this in a structure arts model. Let's go ahead and save. And I'm going to step out for just a moment. There is an urgent matter in the waste disposal wing of the labs. I'll be right back. Alrighty, and I'm back. So go ahead and I'm gonna check the network. Probably don't have any emails or anything. Nope, nothing new. Alright, we already saved, so let's go ahead and exit. I know we're in a hurry to go to the Yokosuka base, but I want to check out the simulator room just to see what it's about. Oh, okay. This is just the tutorial.rar. All right, good to know. I thought it might have been something to get a little experience on the side. Again, I haven't played this game in forever, so there's some things I have forgotten about. Hangar. Well, I mean, if we're going to the base, we're probably gonna need to pick up some hardware. All right, never mind. There's nothing here at the hangar. Really? Wonder how he knows that. Be gone, thought. Okay, I already saw that. I do want to check out the website that guy was talking about real quick, though. Also, I did manage to figure out what the problem I was having the other night. Turns out it was just the fact that my Ethernet cable didn't like the port that I on the router I plugged it into, because there's two ports on it, and I switched it over to the other port, and it's been working beautifully, no problems. Whereas before, I noticed that it would disconnect for just like half a second, which would be enough to make the stream crash, or make the stream cut out, and pain in the butt. Glad I got it fixed. No more sessions in little 5-minute segments. I don't have the password to download this, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so it's supposedly a fuel fire caused by bad wiring. Okay, and I think all of these are just the deployment information. Alright, well, with that being said, let's go ahead and, I guess, leave. I don't think there's anything else we need to get from anyone else here. Cool it, Ryogo. Yeah, what I guess I said. let's see what all we've got. There's a Zenith. Zenith there in gray. Kyojin in beige. And I'm pretty sure that's a Melodyne in blue. It's hard to tell from here, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that blue one's the Melodyne. Or Meriden, I guess. Translation issues. Or maybe not. Let me go look at the structure arts kit real quick, because those shoulders, those aren't Melodyne shoulders. I don't think those are. Yeah, never mind. Apparently that's the Drake. Or I guess it was supposed to be translated as Drag. But when they released it in the West, they just translated it to Drake. Because those aren't Melodyne shoulders. Unless it's a mixed part Bonzer. No, that's a Drake. I can tell because the skirt armor. Clearly, judging by the sirens going off. Oh, they found us. Because the plot needed them to. And if I'm not mistaken, the JDF soldiers, they are piloting Enyo model Vonzers. We've got four JDF soldiers. His movement is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can move all the way out here if he wanted to. Oh wow, missiles have an insane range. Oh, okay, for some reason I thought he had a gun. No, he's melee only. Okay, that's cool. Okay, cool. We've got some items. I'm gonna focus fire on this guy because he's a lot beefier than the others. Okay, they did introduce cover penalties. Because look, he's trying to shoot down the ledge, and I'm partially concealed. And he's partially concealed to me, but not as badly. Because it only has the one red X, whereas he has two red X's on his line of sight. You can also check this by holding down triangle to switch between your counterattack accuracy and the incoming attack accuracy. Now, one thing that I was just reminded of, since it just happened, which is one of the things I kind of liked about Front Mission 3. That was a new thing, but I also kind of didn't like, was force ejecting, or the ability to eject and also the ability to force eject pilots, which I think it happens randomly. Wait, why did you... Oh, because it's a shotgun, that's why. I was like, why did you only attack once? Shotgun, that's why. However, if I can stop this pilot from getting back in his Bonzer, I can get it as salvage at the end of the mission. I think it's the same thing with the surrendering units as well. Like, I'm pretty sure you can get their parts. Pretty sure you can get their parts as well. Oh, you cheeky son of a bitch. You cheeky son of a bitch. You should have just stayed surrendered, dude. You should have just minded your own business. Yeah, that's right. Give him the thumbs down. Should have just stayed over there. And you should have just stayed out of it. You did this to yourself, man. You brought it on yourself. Okay, he has a gun though, so he can counterattack. Alright, she is out of ammo for her missiles. So go ahead and have her just kind of hang out there in the corner. You know what? I should have checked to see if she had like a missile reload or something. Oh, she did have... Well, I feel dumb now. Oh well. Oh, really? Interesting choice. Yeah, I feel a little dumb not knowing she had the reload. There's some XCOM levels of missing right there. Okay, dude, just don't. Okay, just don't. Honestly, I might as well just finish the dude off. I thought since he surrendered and he was the last unit, it would have been like, oh, you stage cleared. Nah. Wait, he already surrendered once, though. What? Alright, fine. That's fine. I was a little low on the turns, but nice. Alright. Keep in mind, I'm not necessarily going for like an all-platinum run or anything. Oh, heck, did we just get a whole friggin' Vonzer? That's cool. Alright, we're at an intermission. Let's go ahead and save. Since we're here, we might as well. And I'm going to take this opportunity to take a short break. stretch my legs a little. I hear my dog barking at the door, so I might as well let him out, let him take care of his business. I'll try to be quick about it. So hopefully he doesn't take his sweet time out there. It shouldn't be any more than like 10 minutes tops. Maybe 15 if he decides to leisurely sniff around. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Pretty sure I saved already. Yep. So let's go ahead and get out of this base. Alright, so I guess we just have to make our way over to this door. Which I'm hoping it'll open when we get close enough to it. Oh, yeah, the massive glowing red light. Well, I guess line of sight doesn't include other units on the map. Why did you step to me knowing that I had a gun? Why did you step to me like that? Is there really 4 squares of range? 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I guess so. Okay, come on. Come on. Are you kidding me right now? He's standing behind the wall. How do I not have a cover advantage right now? Oh, well, that's not good. Okay, I do think that's kind of ridiculous that he can just shoot past 2 units, no accuracy penalty. I'm trying to remember, does this part count as the lift? I feel like it doesn't. Seriously? Alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, that got a little messy. I could have done that a little better. Okay, never mind. I felt like I did pretty bad, but I guess the game was like, yeah, you did a pretty good job. Took a little too long, though. Alright, you know the drill. We're at an intermission. We're gonna save. I don't imagine we got any emails or anything, but I'm gonna check anyways, real quick. Plus, I like this little network internet transmission, or, you know, transition. I think it's cool. I wonder if it'll let me send an email to Elisa from here. It didn't show her email address. Nope. Alright, never mind. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I kind of like that one. No graphic is just kind of boring. Yeah, you know what? We'll go with graphic 4. Change brightness. Oh, okay. That's all it changes the brightness of. Alright, enough fooling around. Let's keep going. So in the meantime, I imagine we should probably get as close to the barricade as possible, so when it gets destroyed, we can just make a quick escape. Actually, no, I didn't want to move him there. So he's gonna get to go for. Are you kidding me? See, this is why I don't like the force eject system. This is why I don't like it. Because you basically lose a turn because you have to get in, you have to get back in, and it takes up your turn. That's why I don't like it. Especially because, like I said, it just happens at random. Oh wait, she's attacking twice? Okay. Alright, I can live with that. One of my favorite things about the melee attacks in Front Mission 3, with, well, at least with the Knuckles, is I like that little flipping the knuckle around animation. Like how it goes from, like how you see it there where it's, you know, folded back. There's just something about that little animation of flipping the knuckle around to engage it before swinging. There's just something about it I think is really cool. Alright, well, he's in surrender mode, and he has no arms anyway, so that he's no threat. No threat, not even gonna worry about him. the long shot, but I'm gonna go for it. I think there was a way to speed the missile flight up, but I can't remember which button it was. Or maybe I'm thinking of Front Mission 4. I know in Front Mission 4, if you hold, I think it's X, like the missile flying animation, it speeds it up. And oh man, looks like we're having some connection instability. My arch nemesis at it again, it seems. Dude, come on. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. I did not mean to give a thumbs up there. This is kind of bad. Okay, never mind, that doesn't deal as much damage as I expected it to. Nice. Awesome. Because as far as I know, we're just supposed to, like, as far as I know, we're just supposed to escape. Nice. That was a good hit. Alright, what's he attacking me with? He's attacking me with a machine gun. So I might as well just hit him with the melee because I'm gonna go last anyways. Damn, why do I keep taking pilot damage? Did he... Seriously, dude? Why did you bother going out of surrender? You have no arms. Like, you're done. You got nothing. You have no chance. This guy, I swear. Oh, he doesn't have any AP. Okay. Average... What do you mean average weapon level? I can't level my weapons up any further right now. Like, what's going on? What is that supposed to mean? All right, intermission. Same business. Save up. Check my emails real quick. Probably don't have anything new. You know, it doesn't take very long to do, so it's fine. I wonder if that's what that one thing in settings was to turn on and off. Check mail. Nothing new. All right. All right, I think I have at least one more mission in me before I call this session. I want to see if those parts we got from that one mission are better than anybody, somebody's gear that we already have. But what if I don't want to change the body? I really like the Zenith. I don't want to change this. Unless you got a better part in here. Also, fun fact about what they call the Zenith in Front Mission 3. This was actually, it was supposed to be the Zenith Rev, which was like a revised version of the old Zenith, but it got mistranslated into Zenislev. Okay, wow, never mind. That actually makes it a little better. Oh, I thought it was just gonna let us do whatever. I might as well check this one out real quick too. Again, this is a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier with the different ranges. Rifles are actually, a longer range weapon because you can attack up to 6 squares away with them. but they're only single shot, so you only shoot one projectile per attack. Whereas the shotgun is 3 squares, but it spreads the damage across the different parts, as a shotgun would. That reminds me, they also had flamethrowers in Front Mission 1 and 2. In Front Mission 1, they were basically just another flavor of rifle, where starting in Front Mission 2, they gave them multiple hits. So they were kind of like a close range, they're kind of a close range machine gun. Alright, so which one of these lets me set up? Because I want to change a few things before we get started. Oh. I could have just went back this whole time. I feel stupid now. Whatever, it's fine. So it weighs a little less, has a little more hit points, makes my melee damage a little better. Okay, never mind. That's all we have right now. Oh, we got our colors, which it is refreshing to see if they added, a secondary color to the color schemes. Let's see what all they have. The red looks pretty nice. Oh, I see. It'll exceed the weight limit. Okay. Okay, I see what happened. Alright, I think that's good. Go ahead and save up. Might as well check the email before we go. Probably didn't get anything new, but they said check your email often, so I'm going to check it as often as I possibly can. Just in case. Check mail. Same old, same old. However, we do have access to the shop now. So maybe we can acquire some slightly better weapons. Oh, we can only buy items. And that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Might as well. Oh, I didn't think it was going to let us select all three. Okay, so we've got a few vehicles. We got 3 vehicles and 1 Vonzer. Wow, very impressive, Emma. Seriously, dude? Come on. Skill issue. Okay, so why did that one guy get to attack from behind a wall, but I can't attack from behind a wall here? Ridiculous, don't you think? I'm still gonna do one more like story mission before I call it. I just wanted to check out the simulator. Okay, so that's initiative is the equivalent of first. Okay, cool. Oh, that damage increase is kind of gross, though, not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping he would have gone after both arms. Alright, cool. We got a little bit of money out of it, a little bit of experience. Wasn't a complete waste of time. Alright, well, with that being said, we got that out of the way. Probably can't repeat them. I'll probably check that out after I, after I call it. Before I head off to the sleep chamber. Alright, we're gonna go do one more segment, one more story mission. And then, like I said, we'll be calling it after that. Uh-oh, it's the cops. I wonder what model of Wanzers those are. At a glance, they look like the Moth or Cicada series, but I feel like the shoulders are not quite right. Right, look, Ryogo, we're like on the equivalent of like, what is it, like 5 stars GTA? Like the military wants us dead. Starting crap with the cops is like no big deal right now. Drop in the bucket. See what I tell you? 5 stars. The military wants us dead. You okay? Okay. It still looks kind of like a moth, though that head style reminds me of the Wrecker head from Armored Core 6. So I guess we're gonna have to fight the cops, too. Let's see. Okay, there's the helicopter. Which I feel like we should take care of that first. How much accuracy do I have against the helicopter? Because I don't want that guy pestering us. Ooh, 28%. Never mind. Actually, would the shotgun work better? I feel like it would, kind of like, trap and sneak shooting. Nah, not really. Okay. Missiles look like they work pretty well, though. So yeah, we'll let her take care of the helicopter, and we'll have these two guys come down here and pester the cops. Actually, if I do a melee attack, is he still gonna try and block? Okay, he is gonna counterattack with melee. An underarm machine, like underslung machine gun. That's pretty cool. Ah, not another helicopter. Of course it missed. I should have repaired her arm instead. Whatever. Just rock roll with it. I want to get that helicopter. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? What is this XCOM bullshit right now? Alright, well, he's out of missiles, I think. I'm pretty sure he is. Status. I'm stupid. I should have known he had 2 missile batteries. Okay, it's the same accuracy no matter what. Please hit it this time. Please hit it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I had a feeling something like that was gonna happen. Actually, is there no way across? Okay, maybe we are just supposed to. Maybe we just are supposed to destroy the police units. This guy here. Ah, come on. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh! I didn't realize that meant those could be targeted. Well, I mean, now I know that now. Might help if I use a gun to shoot the helicopter. Dang, that's some terrible range right there. That range is terrible. %. I'm not gonna hit a single shot of this ammo. Actually, if I move over this way, I can still attack him. 3%. Oh my goodness. Rock and roll. Do it anyways. Oh wow, I actually put some beans on him. Alright. %, whatever, go for it. Nothing. Nothing. Really? The body shots? Are you serious right now? If he body shots me again, I'm gonna be so mad. Okay. Alright. The percentage is a little better now. Yeah, again, I kind of feel dumb for not realizing that there's destructible elements on the map, because Front Mission 1 didn't have that at all, and Front Mission 2 had very limited areas of, maps and stuff that you could destroy. Yeah, I sucked on that mission. I sucked the big one on that mission. You don't need to remind me, Squeenix, or I guess Squaresoft back then. You don't need to remind me, Squaresoft. I know I did horrible on that mission. Would have had a better time if, Emma would actually hit things with her missiles. It's all your fault, Emma. You and your damn skill issue over there, missing with an 89% like it's friggin' XCOM or something. You should be ashamed of yourself. Alright. As always, the intermission, save the game. I'm gonna check the network. Mostly check the shop, see if there's more than just items. If not, if anything, we'll just restock our items at least before I call it tonight. Item only, huh? Alright, that's fine. Actually, while I'm here, I'll check my mail. I don't expect to have any new emails, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Nope, nothing. Alright. Exit. Go ahead and save again since we got items and whatnot. Alright, with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this session because it's getting to be that time again where my eyelids feel like they got weights tied to them. and it's hard to strategize when you're half asleep. So if you're watching live or if you're watching this after the matter, you know, thanks for showing up. Thanks for checking it out. I'll be back at it maybe tomorrow. Like I said, I'm really trying to develop a schedule here other than just, streaming whenever the wind blows in the right direction. Honestly, I'm aiming for at least Mondays and Fridays, or I guess technically be Tuesdays and Saturdays based on like the time zones and whatnot. Either way, I'm trying to at least shoot for 2 times a week since, this is just kind of a side thing. This is a hobby. But, if it picks up, if more people start watching, more people get interested, I'll probably, add a day or so to the schedule. Anyways, be good to yourselves. Make sure you're drinking lots of water. You know, eat them eggs. It's very important. You gotta go grow large as a barge. And yeah, that's it for tonight. So I hope everybody has a good day or night. Whatever time it is wherever you're at. This is Dr. Slammer from Slammer Labs Industries signing out for now.